I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. I am going to do attendance. I'm Guido Brown, Chair in District 11.
Frederick Brookhouse, District 16.
David Gertz in District 15.
Aaron Decker, District 22.
Julia Robinson, District 5.
Angela Granier.
April Webb, Planning Office.
Andy Buick, Director of Planning Development.
All right. Eric Meadows is excused and Aaron Carroll's on the way. And, so is,
Olivia, she's
thank you. Olivia is also excused. Thank you. The other, yeah, that wasn't really appropriate. Okay. Tell us about the notice for tonight's meeting.
I can do that. So we do have a class 2 notice in the Kenosha News for tonight's meeting. It was posted on June 24th and July 1st.
Larry?
And then with that, we can move ahead with our one and only item. And there should be someone here for this. So I'll read it into the record. If they're not, I obviously can explain everything for it, but I did know that the owner was coming. Well, we do have Samuel Shaw and Holly Blahnik, 9224 391st Avenue, Genoa City, Wisconsin, 53128. Owner requesting an amendment of Jefferson Bay County plat number 3531 via an affidavit of correction received by Planning Development June 2nd, 2025, and drafted by Aaron T. Fries of Nielsen Matson and Barber Civil Engineers and Land Surveyors to relocate the previously platted public drainage easement on lot 7 of Jefferson Bay County plat number 3531 being tax parcel number 604-119-184-1845 in the town of Randall. So I can open up some maps. I'll kind of walk you through it and then I'll let you add anything else. Basically we have a property in Jefferson Bay subdivision that had a drainage easement that was a kind of a natural drainage area at the end of this cul-de-sac. And with that low area, that was the stormwater process. So out there, a little different than out here that all of us are accustomed to because it's standing gravel. And so depressions work, you don't have to build these constructed ponds so much like we see here and put clay in and so on and so forth. And so I think we can see here a little bit better this natural depression where it takes all this water that's in this area here and it goes into this low area. But this low area does take up a lot of this particular property here. And I think you'll be able to add in a little bit on the reasons why you're looking to do the change. But in any case, the property owners are looking to do a change, and to do that, we needed to have an engineering study completed, which they did. And then we had it reviewed by our engineer so that they could modify the shape of the stormwater detention basin there and make sure that it would work and meet the ordinances. So they went through that process, did get approval, and the shape of it is then changed to reflect more of this here, where you can see how the topography is here that then allows for the house location here. And I think this map down here ends up showing I guess it's really this one. This kind of shows the change right here. This comes side by side. You can see how it went before. You can see how it's being modified. But in doing that, there is this easement that has this shape, and we cannot issue a permit for a home in the easement. And besides the fact that there's actually something there. So with this going through, this is an affidavit of correction to change the easement on the plat. That's the instrument that's utilized to do that. And then we would have them work through the work to complete the change in the topography. We would have an as-built that would verify that, and then we would know that in the end it's been. So it's really kind of more of an administrative type thing, but there is a process because the plat went through the town, it went through a committee like this, it went through the board. So it's all official and recorded. And the only way to make a change to that is to kind of run it through the same process again. And that's what we're doing. The other thing I think I was going to show you is we do have a letter from Rupert Milkey, who does our reviews, stating that they did the review and everything was good with the review. We do have, the affidavit, which is this document here, which I just zoomed in on this, but it's a document that vacates the existing and then it, implements the new easement. And then with that, we actually have a list of the, conditions that some modifications need to be made. This is like a certified survey map, so it'd be, any approval tonight would be subject to the conditions and that those things can get taken care of. And then once they are, we would sign it and it would get recorded. And, yeah, the last is from the town. So anything else, that you would like to add? And if you do, you can state your name and address and maybe just state the, you know, the reasons why you were looking to go through this whole process in the first place.
Sure. I'm Holly Blotnick, well, Holly Shaw. So we bought my address is 9244 391st Avenue in Genoa City. So we bought this land and the easement right now, as Andy said, is a natural kind of depression, but the easement is very large. It goes to like a point in the back and we can't build anywhere near, like on that easement. So the house would be really, really far back. We'd have to cut down all the trees.
Have to be like-
Yeah, because it comes to like a peak. And actually the high part of the easement on the walls, you can see the lowest depression is pretty small and then it gradually goes out. So it's actually very tall. So the water. So anyway, we wanted to increase the low point so on the new map, the actual low point is a lot larger. So it can maintain the same amount of water through the watershed study for a 100-year flood. So all we wanted to do was push the easement, but obviously maintaining the same amount of drainage. And so we could put our house more in the middle of the lot instead of behind that big peak.
Does anyone have any questions?
Where will your driveway run?
So the driveway actually can only go in one spot. It's
Okay.
on the east side. It's a 15-foot setback from the east lot line, and it won't be in the easement at all. So the Nielsen, Matson and Barber, they actually did the whole grading plan. So the grade will slowly slope off the driveway and into the easement.
Okay.
So the grade plan, I think it's actually, I think that is the grade plan, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yeah.
That's-
And then there's another swale on the east side in between the neighbor's property and ours, also to actually hold water too. So,
When I see the Rupert Milky, I saw something I didn't see before. Get better. Mark Everly.
He's the engineer.
So it's. Listen, here, wait for a second. So it's from Rupert Milky.
The county engineer.
All right, I'm good.
That's a town engineer, right?
They also do it for the town as well. Correct.
I just need to be clear.
Yeah, that is correct. But yeah, they are the engineer, both the town of Randall and the county. So they were able to hit it all with one swoop.
Any further questions? Anyone wishing to speak for the petition? Anyone wishing to speak for the petition? Anyone wishing to speak against petition? Anyone wishing to speak against the petition? And Randall said what?
So the 13th, they reviewed this and approved it.
So I would entertain a motion. To approve? Oh, okay. I did. Okay. And a second. All right, so a motion to approve from Supervisor Robinson, a second from Supervisor Decker. Any discussion?
Aye.
Okay, everyone else?
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously.
All right, thanks. So basically, like I said, your engineer will have this, there was nothing added. And so those conditions, he'll need to just modify it, correct it, then it can be brought to us with that $30 check. We'll sign it, get it recorded, and then I think the email that Mark said, then as soon as that's recorded, then he can issue the permit.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Extension education reports, just want to make sure everyone read those and understands those, as if they have any questions, please reach out to Pamela.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second. Motion to approve the minutes from Supervisor Decker, second from Supervisor Robinson. Any discussion? And what do you say?
Aye.
Aye. Else, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments? No? Okay. Anything from you? Staff?
Two things.
Okay.
One, as of now, we have no items for August. The deadline is Friday. I am not aware of anything that would come in. So free night in August. Secondly,
Can you confirm
oh yeah,
day or whatever?
yeah, we'll be able to confirm. And
It's the
then,
first day of of the fair, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh,
there you go.
That works out.
The second thing I was just gonna mention today, I had a meeting with One Energy who put in the solar
Oh,
farm in Wheatland and the one in Paris. And they are looking at adding a BESS system to their developments.
The battery storage.
Correct.
Okay.
Battery energy storage system. And with that, we're just talking about a number of different things, but I thought one thing that you might want to know, because the last meeting, Ann was here and was presenting everything in regards about agrivoltaics. And I mentioned that to them, and I said, I'd like to get you guys connected and talking, because he said that they're actually really diving into that. And they already have a couple of their, solar farms where they're doing sheep. So it's working, you know, and I guess they're working with UW-Madison, who's doing the information that, again, that Ann was working on. So I just thought I'd just pass it on, is that we kind of got that going on in real life right here with an entity that's working in Kenosha County. Now, they're not doing it here because we have our ordinance in regards to pollinator habitat, but in elsewhere, they are doing that.
Didn't Ann say they couldn't have sheep in Madison for the longest time? Yeah, they have to work. Yeah. All right. Interesting. All right, cool. Very cool. Thank you.
Can I ask a question, maybe?
Mhm.
Is there an update on the best for the, Wheatland? Next to the substation that was talked about? Yeah, what's the name of the company? Start with a T. And
It's Tenaska.
yeah.
Yeah, no update. We met with, maybe in February, we met with Tenaska and the entity, which I don't remember the name, that would be coming in to actually build and run it. Because Tenaska is kind of like the finder and the approver, and then they hand it over to a company. We met with the officials from that company. They're moving forward. I think what they gave us as an update was that they were working on a plume study, that there was a huge research going on out in Colorado where they were setting these things on fire and doing lots of analysis on what happens with the plume so that they could report back to the towns, I mean, for us and then other communities on how that, you know, what's the effect on those things. So that's obviously an important part of the.
Yeah, right, I know.
Not they started yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, study it somewhere else.
Yeah, so keep in mind, yeah, they've not gone through the process yet,
Mhm.
so at some point they'll make an application and they haven't. So, I mean, it seems like it's a slow road.
Anything else on that? Do we have anything on the Lake District for Rock Lake?
We don't, so Salem Lakes was working with Mr. Honaker, who was the property owner of the 8 acres in regards to a land swap. I
Yeah,
don't know if you followed that at all. It did get approved, so he's actually now riparian lake owner. But in any case, there were other reasons why that occurred. But I did ask the person that was leading that charge on where things were at, and they did, and he said they were going to be moving forward again, but he did not give a timeline.
Okay. Right. Any other comments?
motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. Thank you.